y'all. Welcome to Tuesday. Mr. Stephanie is not here right now. He is dropping off packages, y'all. So he will be back shortly. I say that it'll probably be at least 30 minutes, but hey, we can have some fun till then. And when I mean we're gonna have some fun, I mean 2/3 of my screen that I'm viewing, airing on right now is shattered. Yeah. The storm was brutal last night. Actually, it was my butt. But hey, we could blame it on the storm, right? Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I'm gonna have to be looking at a device today so that I can see chat. I do have numbers. They are up here. You don't see them all the way yet because I got them on labels. Because spare of the moment, I'm like, hey, I need out of the house. Let's go down to the river. So we did. How is everybody's Tuesday going? Welcome in, y'all. I will grab my device and I'll start welcoming everyone in momentarily. I'm trying to find my post-it notes. Who knew that getting organized would be so confusing? Because now I can't see. Well, there they are. So we're good. We're good. Let me get some numbers down for today. I believe I can't even see the time on that screen. So let's see. Today is what, the 20th? I think it's the 20th. One of those calendars I still get. I should probably get one now. Drop your numbers between 1 and 125 if you haven't. I will tell you, we're going to do some channel stickers, and that's probably about all we're going to do for giveaways today, y'all. Yeah. We're going to do sunflower bucks, but they're not going to be in giveaways for a while. So, for this week, anyone that has a $25 before shipping invoice with me this week will have $5 off of their order. So it'll still be sunflower bucks and it won't be the drawing, but it will be applied to your invoice. Okay, 5/20. And if I'm wrong about the date, then I'm wrong. But I think it's the 20th. Y'all, my days are blended. Hopefully things will get calmer around here, but we're going to roll with it. And it's a dual medical trip this week, meaning I have 2 appointments on 2 separate days. So, invoices likely will not come out until Friday night or Saturday morning. They're still going to be due Saturday. I will give a grace period of Sunday just in case I'm right there at it being Saturday when they come out to y'all, especially with my screen shattered. This laptop is my business one. It takes me 3 or 4 times as long to do an invoice through my cell phone because you have to input everything. So hopefully that makes sense. Such is life. At least it was, a shattered screen and not a T-bone like last week. Give me just a second. Let me get these down. So we're going to do channel stickers, y'all. If I do any giveaways that require shipping, I think we're going to just move to where it's for those that have purchased. Shipping is crazy, y'all. And I love to do giveaways, but when I'm looking at $68 in shipping plus the free product, it's not free for me to source it. It's just a lot. So I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. So hopefully y'all can understand that. We will still have giveaways open to everybody, the monthly ones. It don't matter if you purchase or not. If you're a supporter and, you should do your shared outs, comments after the videos for whatever particular month it is, you're still going to have those drawings. So we will definitely still do 3 drawings a month with free shipping to whoever's the winner. I just I've got to stop giving away the farm right because yeah. Anyways, how is everyone's Tuesday going? You know, typically it's $2 Tuesday, and we're still going to roll that way, but there's going to be things I show today that are not $2. Um, I've got to try to cover the expense of a new screen because it's going to get interesting really soon. I'm kind of, well, I'm not even kind of, honestly, I'm just really frustrated with myself. But hey, there's my little soapbox moment, no? Okay. Drop a number between 1 and 125 if you have not already. Mr. Stephanie will claim, he'll, when he gets back, he'll get y'all's numbers down. But we pride ourselves in shipping, and the last couple weeks have been a hot mess behind the scenes. And so we're just trying to get things caught up. So get back on track. So we will be here. I'm looking at my goal is probably about 2 hours today, because this is my second sell for the day. I started off with Don and Teresa over at Yarnigans today, and then we've got our show here, and then at 7:30 Central, we will be over on Scooter and the LLCs for goodness, y'all, I'm running on fumes. It's my own fault. But hey Jaden, welcome in, y'all. I will go up and chat. I need to look because my brain's just not forming those words today. Scooter did do her hashtag this morning. She didn't forget today, y'all. So if y'all want to be entered in her hashtag giveaway, that's once a month. Definitely run over and find her short for today and throw the hashtag in there. I'm not going to cheat and give you what the hashtag is today. Let's see. Come on. YouTube on mobile is so different than... So this evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time, it's one fry short of a Happy Meal. And I'm their chicken nugget, and Mr. Stephanie is Mac Daddy. Y'all would have to have been here for last week. I set that device down, and here I am needing to go up and chat. So thank y'all for bearing with me. So Jessica was first in chat. Let me see. Interesting enough, the 1/3 of my screen that is clear is right at the top of the chat, so I can go all the way to the end. Yeah, Jessica was in here less than 60 minutes before we went live, so it does count for first in chat. We do still have that one giveaway for last month, y'all. I keep thinking I am going to get organized and get over there and get all the entries. But, I'm one person, so maybe I'll have C-Prods. Maybe that's what I'll have him do. I'll go have him chase down comments from last month. Okay, what was I going to do? I didn't sleep well last night for obvious reasons, with the storm and all that. But aside from that, it's been a day. So let's see. That's what I was trying to do. First in chat is Jessica. I had little things, but I'll just do it on this one for now. So Jessica, Dumpster Girl. Let's see, 5/20/25. First in chat. So, Jessica, there is your entry, girl. Appreciate you. Y'all, if you're not connected with Jessica, what she does here on my channel is not unique. You will find her in a lot of areas of YouTube, and she supports a lot of different content channels. So, it's not always just auctions and chit chats. I do have, I've been entertaining it today. I was going to bring it on Don and Teresa's. Let's see, is that shared out or is that first in chat? That's first in chat. Of bringing a jewelry lot. I'll give you an idea if I do this. Y'all would have to tell me if you're interested. A lot of the stuff is vintage and it's marked. It's just untested and I haven't had time to Google Lens it, which means I might lose my mind and bring it way under what it's valued at, but I just don't want to go through all that jewelry or this unprocessed jewelry that came from the village thrift unless someone's seriously interested in a jewelry lot with vintage and a lot of marked jewelry in it. Let's see. Sorry, the screen is driving me cray. I got used to it, y'all. I did. So let's go up in chat. We'll go up in chat. All right. Jessica was first in chat. Her number is 78. I guess I could write these numbers down for Mr. Stuff. I don't quite know what he did with his notebook. Maybe it's right there. It might be right here. So I may be able to get the numbers down for him because but turnaround is a 40-minute turnaround, and that's if, throwing a ton of people in line. So bear with me for a second. I'll figure this out. Usually he has it all pretty done, so then it stays organized in his way. He has his way and I have my way of doing things, so he had Don and Teresa's down today, and look, I didn't mark any of it down. But, all right, so this is $2 Tuesday. Again, we will have $2 items. However, I'm going to be bringing other stuff that is priced differently. So, what we can do is if I bring something and say I bring it for $4 because I got a ton of clothing I showed today. And a lot of it's priced at $4. Say you really want it, but you don't want to pay $4. You can always offer something. The worst they could say is, no, I can't take that because cost of goods are right there. But, it's clothing, so there's some room. All right, so we're going to go $5.20. 25 $2 Tuesday. And I'm just gonna put with a twist. Hey y'all, did y'all catch my giveaway numbers? Did any of y'all catch the premiere of Rose's Twisted Weather channel? She's a new channel. If any of y'all remember, in April we got caught with the possible EF0. It was rain wrapped. So, anyways, that footage was in that premiere today. All right, so we're going with Jessica because she was first that dropped a number, I think. Getting used to using the phone again is not something I'm excited about, but hey, we're going to make it work. And she's at 78. So welcome in, Jessica. Kathy, welcome in, girl. Y'all, if y'all have not caught Kathy live, I didn't even think. Typically, the last couple of days I've been watching her following count or sub count or whatever you'd like to call it. Welcome in, Ashley Reed. Welcome in, Robin. Welcome in, Subi. And Subi shared us out, so let me get that. Try to stay as organized as I can, y'all. If you had a package from last week, meaning you paid for it, between Thursday and Saturday, in the next, I'd say, hour or so, your tracking should be in real time. Shared out. And this is 5/20/25. Appreciate y'all. It may seem silly, especially if you're not used to the analytics and all that, but it does help, leaving comments after videos, hitting that like button, sharing other people's channels out. It just tells Facebook. It just tells YouTube, hey, this is content that we want. So, and I want to grow my channel. I've always wanted to grow my channel, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to be monetized. And obviously, I think unless someone's missed it, my goal is right now, I just would like to get to 350. I was at 349 yesterday. Today, I think I was at 348 or 347. It's a numbers game, but my goal is to break out of the threes into the fours, but ultimately it's 500 because you get the first level of monetization. So we'll see. Those are some short-term goals. Gotta grab this device again. Okay, there's numbers. So Kathy's at 28. Ashley Reed's at 85. Sue B's at 66. Kathy, you didn't even know it stormed. I did a short last night. I was sitting in an easy chair of how loud it was, and it actually got even louder than in the video. And so, and it was that way for almost 3 hours. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be productive, and then I shattered my screen. So go figure. Let's see. Yeah, you don't if you're in the basement, most basements, you don't hear a whole lot. So, our roof is a metal roof, so it amplifies it for sure. Jaden, welcome in. Bradiselle, welcome in. Sorry, y'all, because I'm used to looking at the screen here, but here I am because that's what life dealt last night. Let's see. Myra, welcome in. Y'all, if you didn't catch Myra, she was on today on Don and Teresa's. Remember? Ugh, just chewed that one up, didn't I? Members auction. They have it every other night on one of their channels. So, like, last month it was Don's. This month it was Yarnigans. That's Teresa. And so it happens every month, but it's every other month on Don's and every other month on Teresa. So hopefully that makes sense. And then Myra's on one. I got you, girl. I had to sit on my hands. Myra has some really amazing things today, and I had to remind myself, Steph, you've got a shattered screen you got to replace. The struggle can be real, y'all. Let's see. Myra is at 1. Finding Treasures. That's Giovanni, y'all, and he's in the Sunshine State. I feel like I'm chopping that up. My screen's having issues on there, and it's weird because I'm not even touching it. Anyway, so yeah, he's in the Sunshine State, and you know what? I still have his box over here that I got from him last. Before that, I got a few things from him, and I'll tell you what, I've been happy every time. Now, Giovanni isn't on every day, all day, because Giovanni has like a 9 to 5 job. I don't know what his hours are, but you know, he's a busy guy. So, y'all, if you're not connected with Finding Treasures, that's Giovanni. Definitely connect with him. I do know he can be found over on Save Here First. That's Ella. I think he usually is on. I don't know how often he's on with her, but that's how I originally got connected with Giovanni, was through Save Here First. Jessica, if you're still active and you got the time, would you start dropping some links, because there's no way I can do it with my phone, and yeah, I'm not ever going to attempt it with the laptop. Today, just clothing. No, today is, I've got clothing, I've got some books still, I've got glass, I've got a Vera. I don't know if it's a jewelry or a makeup organizer, but it's brand new, still in the card. I'll have to wait to show the fit and cobalt blue little top hats, because Mr. Stephanie, apparently, because he was at work when I was on with Don and Teresa this morning, I guess he was screaming at his phone because I got the numbers mixed up, meaning one of them should have been one price and the other should have been the other price, but hey, he didn't call me, so we got that going. Alrighty, Robin is at 16. Hey, Claudette, girl. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Claudette, I'm going to hand off a wrench to you. Y'all, I don't hand out wrenches to everybody, and some of y'all, I value our relationship. So right now, it's a slow start to getting wrenches. So it's not personal. Let's see. Hey, I'm at 349. So YouTube gave me my one back. Cool. Let's see. I'll find Claudette. Y'all, if you're not connected with Claudette, I don't remember if she puts content on her channel, but you will find her in many, many channels supporting other content folks. And let me see how I want to do this, because it's saying pin message, report, or remove. Well, I don't want to do any of those. Okay, I just had to go up a little more. Thank you, Claudette. I'm getting ready to do that now. All right, Claudette. Your wrench is with you the next time you comment. And thank you so much. Claudette is above the northern border from me. So I am in pretty much the center of the continental U.S., meaning it's less than 80 miles from me. And Claudette is in Canada. So she does a lot for so many other channels, whether it's keeping your chats positive and informative, getting those thumbs out, shares out. She does leave comments. She helps with watch hours. What else can I say about Claudette? Now you understand why she's got a wrench. She's helping up and coming channels that, you know, have only been airing for, say, less than 6 months. We'll just throw it out there that way, because that covers a lot of people. And as far as I know, she does not receive any monetary compensation for the time she's here on YouTube helping keep our channels and communities rolling smoothly. So thank you, Claudette. And y'all connect with her. Even if she doesn't have content, you adding another follower to her account, and that just tells YouTube that people want her here, and then B, it's a way to support her. Uh, so yeah, she says she does not. She just simply does it to help and support other channels. So, but that's who Claudette is. I've known Claudette through YouTube for almost a year now. It's kind of crazy. We're in May. So it's just insane that we're there. So, all right, I jumped in chat, so I need to go back and find where I was. And that would have been Robin at 16. Okay. And then Kathy puts, we went and picked up my weekly produce box at A&H Farm. They're going to let me do woo woo. That is so amazing, Kathy. They're going to let her do a video and help promote them. That's cool. And then welcome in, Claudette. Y'all, I appreciate y'all being here, and I appreciate the patience because I was really geared today that it would go off without a hitch, and maybe it will eventually. I'm not even looking for a comfort zone anymore. I'm just looking for a calm day, right? We may get that soon. So, let's see. I've got to stand up for a minute. I got to hydrate. No, I'm going to hydrate with this because, well, I can. Oh, yeah. I'm going to guess that this is going to probably, this screen is probably going to fully, be toast by the end of the night. That's okay. Alrighty. What would y'all like to see? I've got Native American Precious Moments dolls that we can show. I've got some duck walls / Alco. So, I mean, that's probably late 90s, early 2000s. I got those we can show. I do have the lot of little golden books. I thought I had those sold a few weeks ago, and yeah, not everyone that comes in and buys for the first time intends to, take care of their invoice. So that was a lesson learned. I do have this Vera. Let me show y'all. Just give you some ideas of what we got to show today. Brand new, still in the card. Right there's the card. Told you about the jewelry lot I'd like to bring together today, but it's going to take folks that want to be serious because it's a lot of marked pieces and they're vintage. So we do have postcards. I have 2 albums of postcards. These are Kansas related postcards. There's at least one of them in these that is buildings over there on Fort Riley. Got those today. I've got Great Grandma Mary's MCM glass that I'd really like to get sold because I keep, every time I show it and it doesn't move at all, I keep thinking, well, when I have the extra money, I'll just pay Grandma for them. But then what am I going to do with them except keep them packed in a box, and I don't want to do that. So we have a bunch of vintage glass. We do have a few, no, let's not do Wizard of Oz today. Let's see, because I don't have the full setup of it right now. We do have the books, and we have clothing. I don't have a whole lot of smalls and mediums right here, but that don't mean I can't pull them. It's just going to take a hot minute. A majority of the time, honestly, I would say let's go with 7. 7 out of 10 people are plus size clothing for me. So I do have smaller clothing, but that's my biggest seller right there as far as clothing is plus size clothing. So we've got that. What else? I was thinking there was something else. Hey, if there's anyone who loves the sea, I've got seashells. I didn't show this. The ladies were running, I think it was about 40 minutes late today, so I took that time and I pulled more stuff. So I didn't have I don't know how many items I showed today, but I broke a sweat. I'll tell you that. Let's see where Mr. Stuff is. And then Claudette, I may have to wait for Mr. Stuff to get here. I'll tell you the channel name and see if you can pull it up. It's Roses. So Rose with an S. Twisted. Mr. Stephanie has walked in the door. So Rose's Twisted Weather channel. She did a premiere at noon today. I appreciate you, Claudette. And girl, we gotta have to figure out something so I can compensate you in some way. So, just saying. But I appreciate you. And yeah, that's how you spell Giovanni. So y'all, if you don't know how to spell Giovanni's name, it's Jovani. And if I'm wrong too, then Giovanni, if he's still here, he can tell us, because that's the question. I think the attempt to spell his name correct, he's just, I don't know. I mean, he could put it in chat if he's still here. But, I know he appreciates the sentiment of people, trying to make sure we...
Our post office lady says we need to trademark this little sucker for the side of our boxes. She loves it.
It is copywritten.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was.
Here. So if you look right here, that's not a shadow. That's a copyright.
Oh, okay. I told her I wasn't sure. She goes, well, you guys ought to. She goes, that's cool.
Yeah, there's copyright on all my stuff. It's just how noticeable is it.
And I'll be in chat in a second, guys.
So, Claudette graduated to a wrench today.
Cool.
For real, right? And so, I bet you I know someone's got her mailing address. Just saying. I know a few people in the YouTube community, so. Alright, so she was going to mod for me, but you're back. So are you good modding? Do you want her to mod?
No, I can mod. I just got to get in here.
Alright, the first and foremost, before I get to moving again, we got to get that fan on because I'm about to have a hot flash.
Alright, well, if you'll hand it here, I'll get it floating.
Yep.
It was cool enough last night, I didn't have to move it back to our room. It's all good because I forgot a box.
Who's?
Krakens. I'll message him.
Yeah, I'll let you message him.
I'll own that one.
Yeah, because I had everything ready for Mr. Stephanie.
Yeah.
My shipping department oopsed. And that's okay. It'll be all right.
You feel there, or do I need to move that box and come down? I can't tilt it any further down.
All right, stop. You got to stop messing with it. It's like you're on screen right now, and you're just impatient and won't leave it alone. So remember, there is a lag. All right. Yeah, you got it in the wrong direction now. I don't feel nothing now.
All right.
All right, Mr. Steph, yeah, that'll work, because take that one down.
Yeah.
We've got some boxes from last month that were not paid for. And so
then
Mr.
We got one
Steph,
that was paid for,
but then we do have some that they were just delayed.
Don't break it.
I know, but I heard it.
Usually it's you breaking glass. Not me.
Did you see? Or were you just listening when I was showing on Donna and Teresa's today? I almost busted fit in glass. I caught it live.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. I was listening.
Yeah,
I was busy trying to get my stuff
boy,
done.
have you seen that? All right. What would y'all like to see? I think I got everyone's numbers down,
Hi,
Mr.
Myra.
Steph. But you
I'll
might
double
double check it just to make sure I didn't overlook anyone. Because I am not used to looking at my device. I really am not. Myra, it wasn't me. Even if it was, we wouldn't tell them, right, Myra? Hey, whoa. I almost can see my whole screen right now, minus all the shatters. So, Mr. Steph, can you set something behind my laptop thing right here? Because it's good picture right here.
I don't know if I've got anything to set. I mean, I'm going to bring the TV and set it up in between shows tonight, but
oh yeah, so I'll stop looking at a cracked screen and it bother me type thing. Yeah. I got OCD, y'all.
I don't have nothing I can
all right, it's fine because I don't want to screw the screen up. We'll just leave it alone.
All right, there's a heck of a bend in the outside case.
I know, I seen it last night.
I don't want to try to push it back because I think it'll shatter it.
No, and I need to be able to kind of have it so then I can attempt to do my
You got all the numbers except for Joanne that just dropped hers.
Hey, Joanne, hey, welcome in. Yeah, I totally missed Joanne. Welcome in, y'all. Let's see. So, Mr. Steph, when you're ready, would you drop our bonus kid in combat boots? Yes, she serves locally. But she's been stationed around the world more than once. She did a premiere, which is actually how I broke my screen last night, because while the storm was being itself,
so
she asked me to show her how to set up a channel, so we had to start at square one. And she's a storm chaser. Hey, Jane, welcome in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's anyway, so what was it? May 20th, May 28th, somewhere, not May, April. We got caught. Scooter. We got caught in a storm between Manhattan and the Village. And I will tell you, I've been in F-Zeros, F1s, in a vehicle before. So yeah, it definitely was. The footage is there and the Doppler stuff is there, but the weather service did not recognize it. So it is what it is.
So yeah, I put it as Rose link. It goes directly to that video.
Good. Straight to that video.
Yep.
Y'all, I would encourage you.
Go sub because there's going to be a lot of neat stuff on that.
She has a lot of content. She has to go through it because she still wears a uniform, so she has to follow OPSEC. And a lot of her footage is in the boundary. And a lot of it she can't share because, But she's got a lot of content she can share, so she's getting it figured out, kind of like Kathy. That's the next channel, Mr. Steph, if you wouldn't mind dropping hers. She was at 50 yesterday momentarily and then dropped back to 49. What does that really mean? No one really unsubscribed, I can tell you that.
She's at 51 right now.
So she's at 51, so she is maintaining the 50, y'all. Kathy's goal is to be able to do lives because, a short only lasts 3 minutes. Do you know how hard it is to do an unboxing in 3 minutes or less? I know with mine, it took her 3 attempts. Y'all, she did Selena's unboxing yesterday. Hey, Scooter Renee LLC. Y'all, if you're not connected with Scooter, do yourself a solid. Your future self will appreciate it and go sub to her. Yeah, we should be selling, right? Here's the thing. Yeah, I need some extra money right now because, did I mention I shattered my screen. But here's the thing: it can always be profit. People over profit, and I truly mean that. And so networking is really our game. If the only thing we ever do during a live is network and keep everyone going with each other, I am totally good with that.
So the one I'm dropping for Scooter is the link for tonight.
So y'all might remember that Robin By mentioned the other day that some of the sunflower seeds, mind you, these are mammoths. So their heads are going to be, they're going to be bigger than my head. She thought the birds ate them all. Well, if they did,
they pooped out seeds.
They pooped out seeds. Here, she has texted this to me. No, I will never give her number out. Not everyone that can view public platforms are good people. Most of y'all are great people. Anyone in the chat is for sure. But that's her sunflower. And then she's got other plants back there that are coming up. So, yeah, they'll be blooming soon. That's freaking amazing. Thank you for sharing that, Robin. Oh, FYI, Robin and I text. Sorry, Robin. All right, let's move this chair and let's sell some stuff because, hey, 7:30 Central Standard Time, we're going to be over at Scooter Renee's. And y'all don't want to miss that because I've been gearing all day about just the random things I'm going to say. Let's see. Does anyone want a jewelry lot today? I'm going to be honest with you. The stuff's vintage. I don't know what I did with my bust. It's probably in the tote over here. This is a marked piece. I do have one of them that's got a chain, got another necklace, which is also marked, twisted up in it. And as you know, Mr. Stephanie's working 10 or more hours right now, so I don't know how I had that all separated earlier. Anyways, that's a marked piece. I think this is a marked piece. This for sure is a marked piece. That is a Disney marked piece.
So, what do you want to start it at?
I just want to know if there's interest. All right, I'll do it. Give me a minute. I got to get one of these cigar boxes, and it's going to do a start bid of $28. And I'm going to start with the pieces I've shown. I have not Google Lens them, but if there's no interest once I show them, if I can get them untwisted, then I'm not showing no more. We'll just move on to something else.
Yep.
I actually had someone recently ask for a jewelry lot and then disappear from chat. So,
and you said how much were you starting at?
$28. Okay. And there might be like a serious name piece in there. I didn't use the iLuge earlier to see it, but I know what I think it is. I'm just not going to say it in case I'm wrong. Alright, so we've got that cigar box, or we got a very large box. Now I can keep adding to it. Here's the thing. It's got to be a fair price for both us and y'all, the buyers. And I try to keep my costs low, but I've got to stop giving stuff away. So, let's start off with a small box. And if we end up with a bigger box, then great. And if we don't, that's okay too. I just gotta see if I can untwist this really quick. Mr. Steph, would you untwist this stuff? I'm only making it worse. I'll just start with this stuff, okay? This is all unprocessed from the village. So this is all untested. I do not see a mark on this pendant, but it is silver tone. Yes, I have a tester. I don't know if the acid's any good, so there's no point in going and digging it out. So here is your pendant. That's going to go in there. Remind me, which metal turns green with oxidation?
Copper.
Here's copper bracelet. Let's see if there's a mark on it. It's pretty cool. So everything other than Kraken's
Yeah, brass does too.
So this copper or brass, I'm going to tell you, looks more copper because it looks like a penny versus give me a second. So here's this. Let's see. Does it have a bell on it? No, it does not have a bell on it. Alright, so this one, this is a brooch. I don't know where my jewelry holder is today, y'all. So so this is at least two different tones. This looks either copper and silver tone because it needs cleaned and it's obviously old. But so there's the back of the pin. There's that. It's that big, so the stick for the pin is kind of bent, but it is not like, it doesn't go out in the way that it looks like it's, real old. There looks like there might be a stamp on that. I can't quite tell. I'm not going to look at it right now because I don't even know if there's interest in the jewelry lot today. Oh yeah, look at this one. Who likes oak leaves? Y'all, this is also stamped. It looks like R or P. It's got some lines and then it's BAI. I've not ever seen this mark before, but let's see if I can show it to y'all. Let's see, it's right here. Alright, so let's see how this. Alright, so looks like. Let's see, how in the. Oh, yeah, that right there.
I always wanted to get into metal detecting, Robin.
And this definitely, I would say, is probably copper. It's got that look when you lose your pennies in your car forever and then you go find them and they've oxidized. Yeah, I'm going to get that stuck on me and I don't want to do that. So here is the inside of that bracelet. Here's the outside. And this is what it looks like on the wrist. Okay, so that's going in there. All right, now I've got to look at these because I can't tell if this is an M or an H. But it's, if it's an M, I probably should Google Lens it before I put it in there. It don't matter. My cost of goods are good with this lot. Oh, I'm looking. I've got to be able to read to see what the mark is on this. It is stamped, y'all. It's Napier. So it's not an H or an M. It's Napier. Napier. Now, I will tell you, Napier, typically I see this sewed over there on the two old guys. That is definitely a brand they sell a lot of vintage of. So, Gold Tone. I don't know enough about Napier, y'all. I just know it's a good brand. And it's a vintage brand. So, hey.
Yeah, James says Napier is a good brand.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces in there so far. This one's going to go in. I do not think these. Well, there's a stamp. It's either Paris or something. All right, mister, can you identify that symbol?
I can attempt.
Please attempt to. appreciate y'all hanging out. While Mr. does that, listen to this. So here's more oak leaf. Now these are gold tone.
I'm quite good at that.
All right. Here, let me try and make sure you're out of. This has, it looks like a cross for a symbol for the stamp. So give me a second. Y'all, my mama didn't raise us to be part of, hey, you need this brand versus another, right? I mean, we always knew Nike was cool, but unless we got hand-me-downs for cousins or whatever, or friends, you know, we didn't typically have name brand stuff. So yeah, it's a cross. It looks like a cross or a flower with an A at the bottom of that. So that's your look. I'll try to do it this way with the screen being ridiculous. Let's see, it's right there. I just don't know if anyone can see it because I can't quite see the screen enough. That's gonna go in there. Disney. This is, oh goodness. Let it go, let it go. Y'all, I cannot hold a tune, but it's Disney. It's, what is Mr. Steph? Firecracker was obsessed. Still is, actually.
Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah, so Disney Frozen, it's copyright Disney, and then underneath it's JCM China. So it's silver tone, JC, right? And then here is the front.
So this is marked with like a large D and then like letters coming out of it, but I can't read it.
All right, no, you're fine. You're fine.
So maybe someone like Jane that, you know, is a little more, but it's like a giant D and then like squiggle letters.
So we'll add that one. Let's see what we got for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 pieces in there. So we're going to add this one. Y'all, if yours coming in, I've been trying to get organized, right? Organizing in totes, putting a bust somewhere where it shouldn't, right? So I can't tell you other than it's marked as gold tone. You know, it really does no good to tell you whether these are cold or not because you don't know the temperature of my house.
And this is the coldest room in the house.
Which is why it's one of my pet peeves on YouTube. And I'm not talking just our neighborhood. You know, sometimes stones are clearly stones and sometimes they're not. But the temperature isn't always an accurate, hey, this is what it is. Is there any interest? Because I really don't want to put this piece in there. Unless there is. It's
there
marked
hasn't been.
This is marked in a couple places and noted earlier today. Let me see what.
I've got the others in here. Look at it.
So it's marked right there.
Okay.
All right. So we will move on. Just let me know what the brand of that was. Yeah, thank y'all for looking at the jewelry. So that will still be in there for a hot minute in case someone comes back in later. All right, Mr. Would you like to correct me now on my pricing of these two pieces?
They're reversed for prices. It sounds stupid, but they're reversed.
All right, so you want to explain what these are after you... Here, I'll hold them up.
Give me just a second.
I think most of you... Kramer?
Yeah.
With a C or K?
With a K.
Kramer. All right. We'll have some fun later. We'll Google lenses.
All right. Which one you want to show first?
The toothpick. Let's do the toothpick.
What's the number on it?
It is S754, and I've got $12 on it. You know what? I'm not sticking that with that lot. If I lose my mind and do it on scooters, that's fine. But I'm not doing it here today. All right. So this is.
So it's a Fenton top hat.
These are two different things, but the same.
The one she's showing right now is a toothpick holder. When I Google Linsden, it's actually way out there compared to what we're even trying to sell it at. But it is a toothpick holder. It is Fenton, unmarked. And it does glow. The blue does glow a bright blue.
All right. So where's your light?
I'm not sure. It was on top of that, and then we cleared it off the other day.
All right. Note to self, get more lights. I'm looking really quick. Y'all just be sure I didn't stick it in the drawer.
Here's that one. I'll let you see.
Yeah, that's a negatory in that drawer. I thought it was on your side yesterday, but no, that's my mandrel. All right. Mr. Stuff says it glows. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Actually, I do remember them glowing. I just can't tell you the shade of color it glows.
They're just like a bright blue.
So there's no flea bites. There's no cracks. There's no chips that I've seen. So quite literally. Or use it as a toothpick holder because that's what I think the original intent for it was.
The original intent on all my
so
research.
It's S754, $12. Let's see. All right, we're gonna go with this one. This one's S753.
Now this one is a Fenton top hat, and it's a votive holder for votive candles.
So it's $6 at $7.53. No cracks, chips, flea bites. I mean, I can run my hand quite literally around the only thing.
Joanne's in for $7.53.
Okay. And y'all, the way we've been doing auctions the last couple of weeks is the moment someone comes in, Mr. Steph starts counting it down. So
just makes the auction move. So
I mean, if it's something we need to sit there and hold for a minute or two, right?
Thank you, Joanne.
Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate you. There you go, Mr. Stuff. And then, I don't know if I mentioned it. I knew I would. So, typically, I invoice on Thursdays into Friday. However, tomorrow, whether or not we're collabing when we go or collabing whatever, I'm likely going to be selling from our vehicle tomorrow because I have a dual appointment this week. So instead of Friday, I have Thursday and Friday in South Central Kansas. And I mean, life's been trying to derail that trip. I've got to be there for those appointments. So it's going to happen. I just have to rely on my support systems here to make sure my life don't blow up while I'm gone.
Here you go. I got something for you to show.
So Grandma's auction is Friday. So unless you want to be invoiced tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, Thursday, I'm going to wait until at least Friday night into possibly Saturday before invoices go out. They are going to be due on Saturday. I will get the leeway of Sunday because a lot of us have so many other things we do, both here on YouTube and off screen. So I will give till Sunday. Grandma's auction will be billed through me, will be shipped from me, but the money is due within 48 hours of that invoice.
Because Grandma doesn't have all the extra stuff to send her the money.
Right. Right now, I don't. Typically, when I sell stuff at Grandma's, typically I have a reserve there. Right now, I do not have that reserve. So, her waiting a month for payment can't happen. So hopefully people understand that. This is her first sale, and it ranges from, what do we figure, 6 or 7 generations. The 7th generation is counting my kids.
So I'm going to read the description.
All right.
So this is S759, and it is going to be $8. And come on, stupid dog. All right. So it is a 1960s medallion honey gold 7 3/4 inch bull anchor hocking. It's the amber star and cameo design. It is vintage and MCM, and that's in great shape.
Did y'all notice my MCM lamp over there? Y'all, I got that from Tammy, the one that sells with Scooter. It's probably my favorite buy. Sorry. Not sorry. And I believe this is 8 inches in diameter. Give me just a second, y'all.
They are beautiful.
Someone was selling an air tag earlier, and I think it was for an animal. And I almost asked in chat, hey, will that air tag work for my Tool Guys vintage and resale
tape measure?
Tape measure. Because it's the one thing I spent more time looking for. Quite literally moved everything from this over here, so I buried it. Just a second, y'all.
Sorry, we cleared the desk off, C-Prods come and cleared the desk off to help you.
That's why they're over here. 2 old guys, vintage and resale. That wine decanter up there, that cat one, that was a gift when they purchased my first ever fit and glass from the tube. Yeah, we didn't bring it because they were the only ones who knew for 3 weeks that I purchased it, other than the reseller I purchased it from. What that reseller didn't know is I already had it sold. It's 8 inches in diameter. So it is 8 inches in diameter. So that's a pretty good one. I mean, it's definitely one that you put, potato salad in, mashed potatoes, whatever you'd like to do with it. There it is.
Yeah, I've come to realize, Claudette, 9 out of 10 people that we deal with through the tube are awesome people.
All right, Mr. Steph, do you know what this is? Because actually Google lends this.
Let me see that.
It's cobalt blue.
I know it's cobalt.
Hey, there's a marking on the other side. I just seen it. It's indented. Right there. Can you see what it's marked with?
Where's your magnifying glass?
Oh, yeah, you need that tool.
That's an awful big piece to use on that one.
Let me move my milk glass. I don't want to cry.
Maybe I will be using that. Looks like a pin holder, like for an old quill pin holder.
So it came up as an inkwell. And I'm like, okay, it kind of resembles. But then it comes up with a whole slew of other things that you can do with it. So I don't know. It's going to be $8. But I can't tell you the number.
P-A-R-A.
What is it?
P-A-R-A dot S-O-L. Parasol.
Parasol.
All right, so let's
All right.
out of curiosity. There's your cobalt glow.
Yeah, but just no good without
The big black light.
the big black light. So this is S757 for $8. It is cobalt blue.
What was the number on that?
S757. I gotta get a drink. All right. So the pattern and design has come out, at least more than not, as a Mexican hand painting with this particular pattern, color, everything. So there's a chance it could be. I don't know because people have repurposed these from their, intended use. But $8, and that is S757. Alrighty. All right. So these are photo albums. Yeah, it's the Walmart ones. However, they're vintage postcards. They are S660 for choice. And it's $12. So I know the number is kind of messed up, but it's $12. And I'm going to show you why. Here is your wagon. This was the Chisholm Trail near Oklahoma line in southern Sumner County. So basically south of Wichita. But it gives the info there. Here, this kind of looks like poppy flowers, but not really, just the color. Just the color. There is a whole nother one. I should have probably just took these out so the glare. This one is copy. Whoa. Is it really that? Oh, okay. I just misread the year. Sorry about that. It is copyright 1994. Some bunny in Kansas loves you. And there's the bunny.
All right. See you later, Jane. Thanks for coming in.
See you later, Jane. Thanks for stopping in, hon. Dodge City, Kansas. Mr. Stephanie, look at the screen. Look at the screen.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the story with that statue?
Yeah.
We hadn't seen his parents in a couple of years, and this was a place where we exchanged firecracker one summer. They met us halfway, and we exchanged. So it's a famed cowboy statue, Boot Hill, Dodge City, Kansas. You'll have to have me on another platform to understand what happened with that statue. We was cutting up and being silly. So Kansas, Fort Riley, Kansas. Fort Riley, Kansas. That's the U.S. Cavalry Museum. That's approximately 8 clicks from us. This is WSU. Now, in the other album, there are going to be a few doubles, but there's no doubles per album. So it'll be S660, $12 for choice. So that's KSU Stadium. This is KSU Garden. It don't look like that no more, but they do still have a very vibrant garden on K-State campus. This is also on K-State. This is the Hospital for Soldiers Home, Fort Leavenworth, Kansas. And I cannot tell you the year, but this should date it a little, and I'll see if there's a copyright. There's not.
And we're within 2 hours of Leavenworth, too.
Yeah. So right here is 18. Now, that could be 1800s. I can assure you. That's an 1800s building. But past that, Mr. Steph, you remember when we took Grandma and Auntie and we were coming back and we stopped? That was Leavenworth.
Yeah.
I think that it still exists. Maybe not entirely, but I think the front of it is. Hey, Amy, welcome in. So, typically, and some of y'all understand what I mean, but like my great grandma passed away in 2007, and her headstone had been purchased in the 70s because my great grandfather died that long ago, right? They went ahead and put all her information, including her death year, as 19, but didn't add the other two. So when she actually died,
it was after 2000.
It was after 2000, so she's got a whole new other one. So I'm suspecting, I might be wrong, but I'm almost guessing that, the 18 is probably meant for the 1800s, just not the last two numbers. Okay, each one of these has one of these. So I'm going to pull it out so I can just show it better. I asked Don and Teresa about it today because they're very informative, right? So if y'all have any history with the state of Kansas, more specifically South Central, we do. So do you.
Mm-hmm.
So here is, it just looks like a postcard, right? The stamp is right there. That's a 1-cent stamp. This has never been in circulation. And it's the Harper High School Department of Vocational Agriculture, Harper, Kansas. Please send me the following materials for use in classwork. Thank you. Local ag instructor. That's what that says there. So there's one in each of the albums. I thought that was cool, and I almost pulled them, but I'm like, you know what? No, it came with the lot. We did add one postcard to each. Those postcards we have not put in circulation because those postcards cost me $4 each. All right, so Kansas Blizzard. Check that out, y'all. That is the most accurate postcard I've ever seen of Kansas.
Yeah,
Kansas Blizzard
last year.
Alrighty.
So Claudette says that song "Kansas City, Here I Come" is the only thing I know about Kansas. LOL.
So Kansas US 54. It also runs Cannonball Run. No, that's
it was the Cannonball Run.
Yeah, Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run ran down Highway 54.
No, Highway 54 runs down
Cannonball
Run. Past that, all our major highways, y'all, actually are adjacent or whatever, parallel. They roll next to those trails. You just have to know what you're looking for. Anyway, so traveling Kansas, having fun, all that good stuff. I will not tell you which one we're going to, but where my dad's people were born and raised, including my dad, is somewhere in this line. K-State. And then if you've gotten postcards from me and you got the Vista, this is their watercolor one. These are $4 each. So I added those in. My cost of goods in each album is $9.
So it's not like we're making a fortune off of.
I sourced these locally, $5 each, and then with the $4 postcard that we picked up, because I thought it'd be cool to have some new with these since it's this region. So yeah, I'm not gonna make a whole lot off of these, but if I list them, they definitely won't be listed for $12.
They are cool.
A lot of these are vintage. I mean, these ones are more modern than. See, that one's a duplicate in the other album. That one is too.
Of course, everything up here is K-State.
This is on the K-State campus.
And their buildings on K-State are really cool because they look like castles.
This is on the campus. This is the Memorial Stadium as proposed.
And it looks completely
so,
different.
Mr. Stephanie, you kind of have to explain this because it does have some of the architecture that was proposed, but is not a dome.
So, the
castle part in the front.
Yeah, the castle part in the front. The hospital sits on this side of it and overlooks it. I only know that because the room I was in was the Bill Snyder room that they created in the hospital for him. And it overlooks the football field because he was the football coach for K-State that won all the titles. He turned the football program into what it is now.
And it's not the Memorial Stadium. Right. It's the Bill Snyder Stadium. And K-State, check this out, y'all. So if any of y'all have ever attended a K-State game here at K-State, all the food and produce that is not temperature abused, meaning it's maintained at safe temperature, what is not purchased during each game, it's donated back into the community to outreaches, including, my outreach has benefited from it. Not recently, but in the past. It feeds families over on Fort Riley. It feeds people over here in the village.
Hi, Irina.
And all that. So here's another view of the stadium. Hey, Irina, welcome in. This one is the Military Science K-State College, Manhattan, Kansas. This building, as far as I know, still exists. All right, here's one of the garden. I believe it's the identical one as in the other one. This is an assisted living. So Mr. Staff out there on the corner over there. When we're coming out on Kimball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This still exists. All right, this is K-State University. Y'all, this is going to age a few people. Look at those hairdos. And Mr. Stephanie, remind me of the mascot's name.
Oh. Give me a second.
That is definitely screams 80s. 1992 is when this is dated, and it's Varsity Kansas State University, Manhattan, Kansas.
And Willie the Wildcat.
Willie the Wildcat. All right, and then here is another sunflower.
Hey, Kraken.
Hey, Kraken.
So I'm sending you a text message in a little bit, Kraken.
Your package has been delayed, and not because Steph didn't have her stuff together.
No, I ran out the door with 3 packages and forgot yours sitting on the stack.
And here's the thing. He knew how many packages he was supposed to take.
Yeah.
All right, this one slipped out, so give me just a second. Y'all.
Amy said she had hair just like that.
I mean, I wasn't that old in the early 90s. I mean, I'm an 80s baby, and I'm an early 80s baby, so I wasn't even a teeny bopper yet. But yes, I remember those hairdos, and I mean, I had my hair permed at one time. I wouldn't go with the same perm again. All right.
Yeah, it's going with me to work tomorrow, Kraken. So as soon as I get off,
as soon as he gets off, he'll drop it off.
And then, see you later, Joanne. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Joanne. Y'all, if you want to catch up with Joanne, she will be over there. I'm telling you, Scooter Renee LLC's tonight for, what is it? One fry short of a Happy Meal. Chicken Nugget will be there, and Mac Daddy. Y'all have to go back and look at last week's to understand how Miss Stephanie ended up with Mac Daddy. But hey, we're having fun with it. And then this is the watercolor postcard from the Vista. So the reason why I don't typically send these out, these are $4 each. That's my cost. So Without that card, I have $5 into this, $9 total.
Yep, Joanne will be over at Scooters tonight.
I'm asking $12 each for these. If someone wanted both of them, we could do even a better deal and deal them for the $20 for both. I can't go below that, y'all. So they'll be here. Hey, anyone into Wizard of Oz? I said I wasn't going to do any tonight, but hey, I showed this before and I showed it today, so let's do it. It's number 760, $4 for a 4x4 tile of the Wizard of Oz. $4. And here's the thing, I don't have to drop the price of this. Wizard of Oz is so hot of an item here. I can't get this in the store for that price.
It's $4, right?
It's $4. Buy it now.
Why they put leak?
I don't know. So there is that. Let's see what else. This is green. I tried to say it was clean or gleam. That's the word I used earlier. So it's S756 and it's $12. This is.
Is it like a perfume bottle?
Give me a second. Try. It's not damaged. I don't know.
So Kraken's in for the Wizard of Oz coaster. I got you, Kraken.
Kraken, I've got 3 others if you're interested. I'll do it. I'll do all 4 for $15 if you're interested. I just can't pull them all right now because I've got them in the drawer down here. Y'all, I've showed this earlier, but I didn't see it appears like it's got damage, but I don't feel the fracture on the inside or the out. You see it? I didn't see it earlier.
Oh, wow.
So I'm just going to pull that one because I didn't see it both as it arrived here and I didn't show it. I see it when I showed it earlier.
It's like that vase that Grandma's got.
Yeah.
So I know someone that'll buy that tonight.
Maybe. You can't just say that.
Yep, all the Wizard of Oz.
All right, make a note in your notebook.
Yep.
That way I know to pull
And you said how much?
$15, and it's for all 4 of the 4x4. So
coasters.
So this is what I'm gonna do before I get cray, y'all.
Thank you, Kraken.
So I'm gonna write 15 over the 4 and put Kraken times 4. But it's only $15. But that way I know to pull the rest of them.
Yep.
Thank you, Kraken. Let's see. Let's do a channel sticker. Y'all so drop a number between 1 and 125. We are going to do a channel sticker. And I mentioned it at the start of the show, somewhere in the first 20 minutes. Right now, the giveaways are channel stickers. There's something that's going to fit easily in an envelope. It isn't going to cost me $5 to $8 to ship. That does not include our monthly giveaways that we started this month and are accounting for next month. Those, it don't matter, but when a box of giveaways plus shipping is $20 to $25 my expense, and it's a reoccurring thing, I have to stop the bleeding somewhere, right?
So Kathy says, remember the butterfly story she told us the other day, the Oz one? You can share that story.
I'm going to chew this one up. I've slept since then, and it wasn't even good rest. All right, so Kathy, when we went and delivered her package, because she's local to me, she's my friend, you know. Past that, I can't remember. I want to say it's her physical therapist, but I may be wrong there. Someone in her healthcare support team had had this butterfly. And I want to say it was on her desk. I don't remember, but it was somewhere in her office, right? And so Kathy asked her about it. And she goes something to the effect of, hey, that's unique. That's not something you can find at Dollar Tree or any dollar store. In fact, you can't find it anywhere. And I'm going to tell you why. Have y'all seen the original Wizard of Oz? You know, with Glinda, is that her name? The Good Witch? Which, you know, I heard a story
Glinda.
several weeks ago, and it makes you really look at the Wizard of Oz a little differently. And it makes you question, was Glinda really a good witch? Or was she more like a manipulator? Just saying. It's interesting. It's interesting, but yeah, we got a whole Wizard of Oz lot. Some of it's so large that unless we meet somewhere in between somewhere, it's not going to be shipped.
No, I've got most of that.
And I'm cool with hanging on to that stuff. Just saying. But yeah, there's Glinda. So, have you put in your stop signs? Yep. All right. So, first channel sticker tonight, which is my emblem, y'all, is 23. So, if someone came in on the money, then you're the winner. If not, we're going with the one immediately above 23.
So no one came in at 23. The closest was Kathy with 28.
Kathy's in at 28. You got it. Congratulations, Kathy. I can't tell you why I put the number 23 earlier, other than maybe that's when Firecracker was born. I was 23, not quite 24. Yeah, I have my babies between the ages a month before my 17th birthday until just before I turned 24. So, let's see.
Rigged, Kraken says.
Anyways, to finish the story out, so Kathy is just kind of complex because there's this beautiful butterfly, right? And her support person, we'll just say that in case I'm wrong about which type of therapist, physical therapist, whatever. She told her, Glinda, the butterflies on Glinda's dress, that butterfly came from the original dress. So the Yellow Brick Road, which we're in the shadow of it in the morning, there's an Oz museum. I've never been in there yet. We've talked about doing it.
We're going to do it, and I'm going to go live on, or do videos on my YouTube.
Oh, is that the content you're going to start putting on yours? All right.
So,
cool.
I think mine's just going to be conglomerate.
I cannot get this pin to work and it's frustrating me. Would you put in? No, I just need you to do it, please.
There you go.
So, Kathy, there you go, girl.
Kathy says June 28th, her son's getting married.
Ooh. All right, Kathy, I just have to do it because, I mean, here's Glinda. Is she a good cookie or a bad cookie? Oh, girl, how exciting. Another wedding. I mean, something positive and fun to look forward to. And, I mean, the end of June isn't that far away. Fun. The end of May is right here.
Yeah. We just started May, I thought.
All right, so there is some fading as far as to the brightness of this red. It is not originally to the brightness of its manufacturing. It is G113, and it's a buy it now of $6. $6. And this is a big one. But there you go. Okay. All right. S752 is $5. Buy it now. When Duck Walls and Alco were selling it, it was $6.99. It is gold tone frame, and it's the Serenity Prayer. So you got your little grape pattern right there, and then there's your Serenity Prayer. This is still new in its original packaging. They wanted $6.99, and that was back, I could tell you, either late 90s or the first decade of the 2000s, because I can't remember exactly what year, right? I see one.
So duck walls and all that closed right after we moved over here the first time.
That's what I was thinking. All right, this is a marked Avon. So the marking is on the bottom, and underneath the Avon, it has the number 2.
What's the number?
It is S758, $758, $12. And you're, yeah, right there. There is your mark.
It's an egg, right?
No, it's not an egg. It is a candy dish. And it's sunflowers, y'all. If I could keep everything with sunflowers, I would.
And how much were you still?
$12. Hey, look, there's some roses in there too. So here's your sunflower. Let's see. Here's roses. Let's see if I can identify any others. Let's see. Those look like poppies right here. That's a whole nother one. That's almost like a carnation. So, and you get both pieces. I didn't bill any earlier or when it came in the mail, but I'll bill it again. I eyeball everything, and then as long as I don't see any dings or anything, typically I will run my hand over it.
It's $2 Tuesday with a twist. Basically, I don't have any $2 items right now, Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken. I mean, we could do $2 items.
But it's going to be the same stuff we showed week after week.
Yep. So that's $12. You know what? Let's do something $2. Of course, you buried the tote that I have most of it in. You know what? Let's start off with these books that were supposed to be paid for and shipped out already. That
wow, that's kind of neat.
I got ghosted for 5 days. The 6th day, it was I'm no longer interested.
So Claudette said they outlawed poppies in her town a few years back.
Well, poppies
create an opium.
They create an opium. I mean, you'd have to eat a lot of them unless you're very sensitive. However, if wherever you're at in the world, if you were to have to take a drug screen, one poppy seed muffin is enough to throw you into a positive.
She had hundreds.
Wow.
Yeah, if you remember back in the old days with the opium dens with the Oriental, that's what they created them with, was poppies.
So, Kraken, we're going to do, these were supposed to have sold for $30, right? For all 17 of them, because they're all different conditions. Some of them are pretty old. But let's start with this, and I'll see what else I could pull for $2, bud. So you're just gonna, if you want it $2, buy it now, and you're gonna claim it with the title. So this one's Disney Babies, okay? Now most of these have been, used. There's a couple of them have not. So condition is there, but I'm telling you, if you're a Golden Books collector, these are the minis. These are the bigger ones. Okay. So I have 12 of the small ones. So that one was What Am I? Y'all, it's got a rooster on it. Did y'all notice that? It's got a rooster on it. All right. 5 little bunnies. So bunnies. Dog goes to nursery school. Tiny Toons Adventures. Come on, y'all. I know some of y'all watched this. I did. My first little Mother Goose book. Big Bird's Busy Day. Some of these are still very good condition and they're giftable if you wanted to put them in your library for your grandkids if you got them. This one's I Can Fly. This one is a visit from Grandma and Grandpa. Now, y'all, there are a lot of these that are 80s. There are a few that are older than that. This one is Busy Timmy. This one is 82. I only know that because I typically keep 82 stuff. I ain't got the room to keep anything right now. Some people missed the memo that was in a storage unit. Not complaining, just explaining why I can't hold on to stuff. I mean, I think Mr. Stephanie last night looked at me and said, Steph, I think you got enough stuff for a brick and mortar. And he's probably right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do y'all remember the Chucky doll?
And Kraken says he was just teasing you about the $2 Tuesday thing.
You're fine. I'm going to show these anyways because, you know, you don't have to still use them to still like them and love them and appreciate them. I mean, a couple of them, you know, this one, it's just the outer, the cardboard part, you know, it's stand up somewhere. So, I mean, come on. 75 cents back in the day, right? Anyways, all right. So, my buddy doll. Y'all, my brother had one.
So did I.
This one does have someone's name written in it. But yes, the genuine My Buddy doll. And then if you're into horror, it turned into the Chucky series. But hey, Prayers for My Children. So a lot of these, they're meant to put on a shelf and not to be played with, especially these bigger ones. This one's the Porky Little Puppy. This one's my first counting book. This was 29 cents back in the day. This one's Big Bird's Red Book featuring Jim Henson's Muppets. And then last but not least, My Little Golden Book.
So Kraken's taking My Buddy book.
You got it, bud. Thank you.
Was there a number for any of those?
No.
I didn't put one in chat. Okay.
Yeah, there was. It's S766. And then just put My Buddy so I know which one was pulled. And then if you put that in Kraken's.
Yeah, the sad thing is we come across a My Buddy doll. It's been probably 4 months ago?
Let's see, what month? No, it was before the first of the year.
Okay, it's before the first
and
year.
It was definitely within reason, but you guys were all creeped out and said, oh no.
I wasn't. I was all for getting it.
I'm sure that's not the conversation we had that day, but okay. It might have been, hey, did we really need to source that right now? That might have been the actual contents to that. All right. So we got sunflowers. We got love is patient. Love is kind. It is not jealous, boisterous. So it's 1 Corinthians. It's got sunflowers, y'all. It is also new. At $7.51, $5. $5. Gold toed frame. And it's 1 Corinthians. All right, where to put the other one? Let's see. Hey, I've got another $2 Tuesday. S17, $2 for choice.
All right, so S51, Kathy's in for.
Okay, I'll pull it in just a second. So these are SpongeBob playing cards. These are new in package, never played with. This is what the cards look like. And they're they're $2 each. $2 each. S17.
I know, not the book.
Huh?
S751 was the plaque thing, right?
The love one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, as 751, $5 is the love, First Corinthians. So love is patient, love is kind. So you got it, Kathy.
You're fine, Kathy.
Appreciate y'all.
We've got a couple people that they float around chats and they come in and they're usually lagging by 5-10 minutes.
Or sometimes you'll notice where I'm in one chat active, but then I'm in another chat active. You can sign in on multiple devices under the same account. YouTube don't like it though, so FYI. I did that yesterday. They were on at the same time, and I want to support both channels. So, I mean, I had both my phones, my business and my personal, and I had them both open. All right, y'all. This is purple. Shades of purple. It's like lilac and regular purple, and I think navy blue. I think this part is navy blue. I do have a number. I just got to find it. And, I mean, it's a throw, but you could use it for, like, a crib. It's definitely long enough for a toddler mattress or a crib. Come on, I had a sticker on this today. I do. There it is. I was going to say, I do remember it was $8, but I needed the measurement. So it is S786. 786. It is approximately, because I did not stretch it right and I didn't have it necessarily flat. So it's a 60 long by 33 wide. And it's $8. $8 for that. Okay. Let's see. Let's show some clothes, y'all. I think this is a large. No, it's a size 10. It is Calvin Klein. Size 10.
What's
y'all,
the number?
It is $7.85 for $4. Now this is it's a dress. It's a dress. I mean, this is not well, let's see. I would put leggings under this, y'all. It is definitely pink. It is definitely pink. So it goes to the top of
$4.
Yeah, $4.
And then Kathy's in for it.
Okay, you got it, Kathy. So the clothing is buy it now. So just FYI, if you see something, you're gonna want to come in and claim it. And it's got strings for tie back, Kathy. Okay, let's go ahead and show these dolls again. Native American, Precious Moments, yes. This doll, I want to say it's probably 18-inch doll. Hard plastic, beautiful, Native American. She has two necklaces on. Her number is, what's her number, Mr. Steph? $729, $14. Her markings are on the scalp of her.
$786. That's the Afghan, not the shirt.
All right, we got
you, Kathy.
Sorry, I'm not double checking, mister. So it is marked in the back. Precious Moments by S&B, but there's looks like in between those initials there's something else. So give me just a second. I gotta find Mister. Let me pull that back. And this is what Kathy wanted.
Yep. Thank you.
Come on. That's because it's on your side. Alrighty.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Precious Moments by SB. Made in Philippines. And the number on it is 01359. $14.
Okay, we got you, Kathy. We'll take it down to her.
What's that?
She wants us to donate it to the 360 Center from the Seeds of Warmth Ministry.
All right, you write it down the way she wants it, please. That way I don't have to, go back and look at chat. And you got it, Kathy. Thank you so much. I'll be sure 360 knows to do a tax deduction paper. I mean, you're probably not worried about that, but either way. All right, so this doll has 2 necklaces. These can be removed, and you could use them. You don't have to keep them on the doll. So here's the seed bead necklace. And these, I believe, are still seed bead, but they're your bigger ones. So there's 2 necklaces on this doll. And there she is. She is clean. Oh, why is she $14? Not just because she's Precious Moments. There's her catalog book still attached to her. Okay. So there she is. Now I got one more. This is a smaller one, so I'll give you some size comparison. The small one is S730 for $8. She's Native American as well. She does have we'll say
Hey, Salvador.
Hey, Salvador, welcome in. This is the expansion of, say, a bracelet. I don't think that one could come off, but the other 2 can. And then, FYI, she does have her briefs. So $8, $7.30.
And then Kraken got the $7.29. The big doll.
You got it, Kraken. Thank you.
Thank you, Salvador.
And then put this one over and shows. All right. Who likes Merino? Am I pronouncing it either way correctly?
Murano.
Murano. Okay, I've showed this baby a few times, and I'm going to tell you, I'm going to bring it at the price I've been asking. If you're interested in it, but you're not interested in the price I've got it, offer me something. The worst I can say is my cost of goods are more than that. All right, so it's going to be S705, and the starting bid is $18. Now, before I even do dimensions, this piece alone is 2.2, and it kind of fluctuates a little bit between the 2 to the 3. So what I could tell you is it's more than 2.2 pounds, but less than 2.5 pounds. However, once I add the packaging and the box, this is going to be a 3-pound package on its own. However, it's going to get to you. So this is an unmarked, meaning a lot of vintage glass, y'all, they only had stickers for real. Look around your war times for anything, your jewelry. A lot of times there's during certain wars or theaters across the world, there isn't stamps on jewelry, glass, anything. The reason for that is there wasn't a whole lot of people except for the war effort. So I believe if you punch through this little sticker that was once there, that's probably hollow. With that, this is a very significant piece from beak to the tail. I think it's 5.5. I will go ahead and measure. Y'all, I've Googled lenses several different ways. It is a Murano piece. Guess what? I lost 2 guys vintage and I saw tape measure again, but it's probably a major. However, we're going to grab a different one. All right, so from base to the top of the ear is 5 1/4. 5 1/4. Now this is eyeballing because I can't get an exact measurement. You're looking at actually, let's see, about 5 inches. 5 inches, okay? And that's from the tail to this part of the beak. The base, I believe, is 1.5 to 2 inches, so that's what the surface, what it touches. Yeah, you're looking at 2 inches, give or take, because it's not completely circular. So, $18, and it can be yours. I don't remember what we had on these two as far as number. And so we need to go with $7.90 for a number. Trust me, because I've got some 80s up there. So we're going to sell these as a lot. I sourced them together, and I believe they are they're a pair. So you got the lady. She's a gardener, right? Old lady. It feels viscous.
How much?
You know what? It's $2 Tuesday, so let's start it at $2 for the set.
Okay.
Hopefully that makes sense. I have not found any cracks, chips, flea bites, anything with these. Just a really cool piece, and the color is just almost like Technicolor.
Hey, baby girl vibes.
Hey, baby girl vibes, y'all. I'm telling you.
All right, Kraken's getting those.
Okay, Kraken, and then here's your fella. He's got carrots too. Thank you, Kraken. Y'all, if you're not connected with Baby Girl Vibes, go check one of her shorts out. She's one of the top 5 I go to for shorts or anything else content-wise that she has, because her channel's just very calming. So when I need a ground, because life is be crazy, right? I'd be shattering my business screen. Yeah, I was frustrated with myself before I came live. I really wasn't in the mood, because I was like, it wouldn't be so bad if I had a replacement, but it all happened the way it's meant to. I go check her channel out. She shows a lot of nature stuff. She'll talk to flowers, y'all. And I don't mean it in a creepy, weird way. I mean a very sincere, down to earth.
Her voice is very calming to listen to.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
And I'll tell you, I've got a book probably over here. Yeah, actually, I'm going to pull it really quick. This is a $2 Tuesday. I was asking $30 for this. No, not quite. I bumped my screen, and you know what? It improved except for the shattered part. So, hey, maybe I just need to start. No, I'm not going to hit it. I can't invoice it unless I have the screen, which is why I'm more frustrated. I can do it on my phone. Y'all, it's going to be the most generic invoices if I have to do it with my phone, because...
I'll set you up the screen. So.
All right, give me a second. I have a book. Maybe I sold it. It's Angels Among Us. Angels Among Us, there's songs about it, there's books about it, all that good stuff. Right there. Angels Among Us. I'm calling her for who I say she is right now. She is definitely, yes, here in the YouTube universe, but I consider her an angel among us. And that is just because her energy is always consistent.
So Kathy goes, I talked to the uncooperative wildlife, so I get it.
Right? I mean, I talk to her fur babies like,
oh yeah, just like the people.
They're like people. All right, where are we at on time?
5:57.
So 5:57. So in the next 15 minutes, we're going to go ahead and close out, y'all, so that I can prep for our show with Scooter Renee at 7:30 Central Standard Time. That is on Scooter Renee LLC's channel. Y'all don't want to miss it. I'm telling you. If y'all thought last week was humorous, just wait. Because I'm planning on being in that back room and shaking the place up 10 to 15 minutes before we start. So we're going to come on rolling as long as I have anything to do with it. What do I need to do? Oh, yeah. And baby girl vibes, throw a number out between 1 and 125, please. Mr. Stephanie is going to let you know if your number is good. And we are going to roll with this bean footage. Hey, y'all, check this out. This is one of the things I left out because I've been looking for these. And it comes on an awesome freaking chain. You know, jewelry and jewelry lots are a hit or a miss on any given day.
No, same number, Robin. It's just baby girl vibes.
Yeah, baby girl vibes just has it.
It's a good number.
And anyone else, if you haven't already put a number in, do it now because Mr. Steph is putting in stop signs or sunflowers because the number is 47. 47. Now, do you want to know the significance of what the number 47 is? Mr. Steph, why don't you tell everyone what 47 means to you this year?
Leave it alone. Subi.
Mr. Stephanie. Oh my goodness, is Kraken still active in chat? I gotta tell him about our 3 a.m. watch. You remember when he sung Happy Birthday to You on a short? Mr. Steph?
I was reading.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Do you remember when Kraken did a short for your birthday and sung you Happy Birthday?
Yeah.
Rose and I sat out and laughed so hard that our stomachs were hurting. We watched it twice last time.
So, Jaden, can you drop? You want your link dropped or someone else's?
Let me see if I can figure out. I just have to look at a device because the screen is not reliable. But this is the number. Yeah, as long as it's not taken Kraken Mary. Kraken, do you remember when you sung Mr. Stephanie Happy Birthday? Yeah, I introduced our Storm Chasing bonus kid in Combat Boots. I introduced him to a lot of y'all's channels last night. What was it? Rose had 11 subs this morning. Well, at least before we came live. And she uploaded the content for the premiere. That was the day we got caught in that rain-wrapped F0. So I will warn you if you go over and watch it, because I did put it on my community channel. Rose is a veteran in the military, and even though her passion, aside from serving our country, is chasing.
I was born in 78.
Is chasing storms. She does talk like a soldier or a sailor, whichever you'd like to. So just FYI, if you don't like colorful language, she's going to tone it down, which is the other reason why it's taking her a little bit to add more content. But she is partially certified, meaning she hasn't completed the full certification for, what is it? Is it Topeka's? Babe.
Huh.
Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, I was reading.
Mr. Staff. Rose is halfway certified through Topeka, is it? Or through the state of Kansas? I don't remember.
It's through the National
Weather Service.
She's got to do the physical class now, which they only do like once a month. So
right. Which is why she doesn't have it yet. So 47, who was it? I think you told me, but
Subi had 66. That's the only one in between 47
and this pin isn't working.
Yeah, throw the darn thing.
You're welcome. All right, we are going to go ahead and pull the
Hey,
next.
Crafty Witch.
Hey, Crafty Witch, Andy, because I know we've been emailing back and forth, and girl, I've got all your emails. Yo, I'm telling you, when you send to packages to post offices, if it's got a suite number on it, you got to do it, because if not, it comes back. Andy, your package is going out this week. It's headed back to you, girl, just not today. I apologize. And then Andy, you got to tell me about that ninja sunflower. All right, it was a turtle sunflower, but tell me how much.
Gotcha, Jaden.
How much? Hopefully, I didn't show the number already. Maybe I did. If I did, it's cool.
Well, I didn't know we were doing another number.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it.
All right. Well, I didn't put stop signs in. Nothing.
Hey, it's cool. I've got it hidden.
That's fine. I'm trying to get back in. My phone.
Y'all, I shattered my screen in my laptop last night. I don't have another business laptop, so we're getting off of devices in here. So I apologize.
All right. Stop signs are in.
And then it's 43. So if you did the math, Mr. will be 47 in November. September, which is also my 1 year start to selling on my channel.
Here's this.
It's also my 43rd birthday.
So, Baby Girl Vibes has 67. It's one number above Sue B, who had 66 and won the last channel.
Right. And the way we do them is all in one winner. You're right. So, Baby Girl Vibes. Cool. All right, y'all. So here's the other things. We're adjusting a few things. So sunflower bucks are not part of a giveaway right now. Don't freak out. Because I love sunflower bucks. I love awarding them. Here's the deal. I can't have where someone, say, builds a box over 2 weeks and wins sunflower bucks in 2 weeks, and it has, we'll say, $12 in billable. Right? Because it's not $12 billable if they have two $5 sunflower bucks on the same invoice. I still honored it. All right. I honestly didn't think I'd ever maybe really have to deal with that. Where, after the PayPal fee, I'm literally to change, actually, when you consider the packaging and the box, we made that. I'm not complaining, I'm explaining, so hopefully people will understand. We're learning, and we're doing it in real time. We've done that from the beginning here on YouTube, mostly my channel, but you can find us in a couple other areas. Dawn and Teresa's, depending on whose channel it is that month. What's up?
Oh, Kraken asked, what's next to the Merino White Owl? So we've got the Avon dish that's already been shown.
Are you talking to the right? Because I got to tell you, if you're talking that right there, I got to pull another piece. Because, y'all, first and foremost, I need you to know what I'm about to show you is a salt and pepper shaker, vintage, and it comes on a tray. It's a Las Vegas piece. However, perception can be misinterpreted, okay? Because it's a salt and pepper shaker on a tray that, yeah. Okay. So.
Awesome, Jaden.
If you're talking this, Kraken, it's got something on the other side. Give me a minute. I thought about you guys. So, guys, because I don't necessarily maintain a whole lot of guy stuff. Y'all have to bear with me for a minute because, I'm limited on my space. So things get shoved under here if I don't want them broken and all that good stuff. All right, so this is a vintage souvenir from Las Vegas. It's a salt and pepper, and I don't know quite how to show it because it might be, Here, let's start with this. And if he was talking about the frying pan that was in this, that has the sunflower in on it, then, but this is immediately to that side of the Murano glass. And
How
so
much for that?
I would need, it's probably cost of goods, but $6. And I'm all right with that.
Is there a number for the piece?
I haven't numbered these because I wasn't intending to.
$7.92.
$7.92. Y'all, if no one's interested in it, I won't bring it back for $6 because I'm pretty sure that's my cost of goods minus shipping. So it would actually be a loss. I'm not worried about it. It came with several other pieces, so it's not a significant loss. But
so
it
Kraken's
does take,
getting the old balls.
but it does take up room. So just moving it, and
Every time I hear that, I sit there and think of Big Daddy.
And I'm recovering, at least my cost into it. So it's cool.
It gets it out our door.
It gets it. Yeah, trust me. I feel like I'm being buried alive because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. Y'all, I don't hold stuff more than 4 weeks, 30 days. So I'm being a couple days late, up to a week late, and it not being a reoccurring issue, I get. But yeah, I'm even going to be doing things a little differently with our builder boxes unless you're consistent on paying your stuff. Because I've got a box over here that if I listed stuff, I could get over $200.
How much are we doing on those? On the
Write the number down because I can't talk and write the number down. My brain don't work that way. So this one, remember, it's a salt and pepper shaker on the tray. It is Las Vegas. It's vintage.
Kraken's wanting those. I just need to know a price to put in chat.
$12. So it's the body of a guy. But if you look that way, right, there's nothing obscene with this, or I would not be showing it this early in the day, y'all. So this is the tray for the salt and pepper. It is marked Las Vegas. Okay. There's a copyright on there. It's a gift corp. And partially the sticker is still there. But that kind of looks pretty obscene, right? Imagine when you put the salt and pepper shakers with it. Their stoppers are original. So.
Yep, we're good. We got you, Kraken.
So it looks like butt cheeks. And so I did source these together here on the tube. I just they were passed on and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could like drum that up. I can, y'all. The last 3 weeks behind the scenes, Jessica, I don't have that humor.
Jessica come in and goes, what did I come back to? Stephanie's showing something, LOL.
First and foremost, I know most of y'all either have kids or have grandbabies running around. So some things I wouldn't bring till after dark in a way, but this one, it definitely could be misconstrued if, hey, you don't know. Because, but it's a Las Vegas souvenir.
Mama's birthday is coming up.
That's awesome. So he wanted this as well, right? Yep. So 6 and 12, that's 18. You know what? I've got my cost of goods back in both. Thank you, Kraken. Sometimes we just break even. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's a huge hit. Sometimes things hang around for a while and we're learning. Thank you all for bearing with us because it's a learning process. Okay. That is going to include our self-birthday, y'all. Just that way I can kind of Mr. Stephanie and I, to be honest, y'all, we're burnt out, but not here on the tube and not with our business, but trying to maintain 2 households right now, not complaining, but explaining. While we've helped facilitate getting a kid back home, Colores as an adult kid, but so prayers for our soldier because they're still in treatment, and then the sailor we came to love, them safety for their trip home would be much appreciated. Past that, I can't give you much information because it's not our story to tell, but it definitely, I'm glad we didn't join. I'm glad my blue stars are still blue. When you have a family member become part of the 22, your blue star turns to white. So if you ever associate a white star with military families, it's because their family member was part of the 22. In less than 14 days, we've come close twice.
The lava lamp's not for sale, Kraken. Sorry.
Oh, check this out. Now, I'll tell you where I got that at, Kraken. That came from Arkansas. It was Scooter and Nate LLC's. I think it was Monday. I might be, no, it wasn't Monday because Scooter does Monday motivation. So it must have been Wednesday. Her and Tammy do sales together, and that's an MCM, obviously. I haven't been able to source one locally, and I really wanted to have an MCM lava lamp. And I will tell you, that was my first purchase. I do believe with Tammy, and I'll tell you what, I would buy confidently from her again.
Very true, Kraken. Very true.
So,
but today it's not for sale, Mr. Stephanie.
That's true. That is true.
One of my best friends owns a junkyard, a salvage yard in Colorado. And that used to always be the thing, is everything is for sale. Even our cars that we were storing there. If we weren't paying a storage fee, they were for sale. You know, he sold his wife's car one time to somebody.
He did. Oh, and she was at work when he did it.
Yeah. All right, see you later, Jessica. We're getting ready to get off too.
Yeah,
so.
And we're going to head over to Scooter and Nate LLC's in just over an hour, y'all. She begins at 7:30. I will try to have them on track. No, I'm going to be the one that causes us to be late because I want to have those women rolling, including roll off. Row flow. I said roll off, but it's row flow. Row flow is Scooter and Nate's better half. And yeah, we're gonna roll. We're gonna show a lot of glass tonight, y'all. A lot of it is vintage. Some of it I sourced from all of them, but we're gonna. Our goal tonight. I mean, we need to make some money, but we need to have fun. We need to have fun too, and so yeah, we're just gonna go over there and we're gonna hang out. So just over an hour, we'll see you there. If we don't see you there, y'all, it's cool. We will be back here. No, we will not be on my channel tomorrow. Well, I don't know. We might do an hour or so. Will depend if we're already on the road. If we're already on the road, I'll only be on my device. So tomorrow is what is it? Tomorrow's Wednesday, but it's the what is it? Hump Day Hustle or something.
Yeah. Hump Day Hustle with the Groves.
With the Groves, and that's over on Dawn's channel. And you know, hopefully I will see some of y'all over there. And if not, Grandma's farm sale. Y'all, she's opening the gates. Now, with that said, I have an appointment Thursday. And I've got so much going on up here that I'm really nervous. But hey, I've got to trust that my military families, that we've been there for them, are going to be there for us in so many ways. And they're going to hold the fort down. Not Fort Riley, but our fort down until we get back, Saturday. So, important. If you have an outstanding invoice, you are not eligible to make any purchase with my grandmother. My grandmother is only selling for two reasons. One, she wants to stay on the farm as long as she can, and leasing her fields, she's actually in the negative. So she has no extra income except for her Social Security. And my grandpa was a farmer all his life.
I wish I had the stuff to turn those fields into pasture land.
I don't know. But she's 87. She turned 87 in March, and she still wants to be on the farm, so we're going to do our best to make that happen. So it'll be on my channel at 6 o'clock Friday. You'll be invoiced through me, billed through me. I will ship it. Mr. Stephanie and I will pack it and ship it. Here's the thing. When you're invoiced, if you're a monthly buyer, you're exempt. However, monthly boxes are due no later than the 7th of next month for what we're working on right now. My grandmother cannot wait 30 days, and I don't have a reserve right now to pay for the items, give her the money, and then wait for anyone to pay me. I don't have it right now. I have 5 boxes over here that I've got to decide just to hit the cancel button because I've had no communication in over a week and I've waited several days. I'm not blasting that person, but they can communicate. So I haven't done it yet, but eventually it'll happen. I have a fossil bag in there I could sell here or list it. So anyway, that's just one of 4 other boxes. So yeah, if you get outstanding with me, that includes going into the weekend. Mr. Stephanie will not accept your bids, just FYI, because Grandma cannot wait.
And I'm more protective of her grandma than I even am our chat.
Yeah, she doesn't have the ability to wait 4 weeks for payment, y'all. So hopefully y'all can understand, and hopefully she'll have a good enough turnout that she'll be willing to let us go open the boxes that is her siblings' estate sale leftovers and her parents' stuff. And so, yeah, at 6-7 generations, there was a box, and it's just one of many boxes in the basement. Remember the round top my grandmother had out on the farm in Colorado? I'm sure those boxes were packed in there years before.
You're talking the one that I saw that I started goo goo gaga over?
Yeah. So, I mean, y'all, she's willing to start letting go for 2 reasons. She needs money, and B,
she doesn't want everyone to have to deal with
she
that
doesn't want her only surviving child that is worth mentioning on any YouTube channel to be left with the responsibility of getting rid of 7 generations of stuff. And then she doesn't want us grandkids. I'm Noah's granddaughter. I have an older cousin that's just slightly older than me. He is more than capable, but I'm telling you, he would put it all in a pile and just burn the stuff. Not because he don't care, but because
of the fight that can ensue.
And I agree with him. I'll have the flame ready.
We said the same thing with my grandparents' stuff.
Yeah.
If everyone started fighting, I was just going to start throwing it out of the house and burn it.
Yep. So, if it can benefit Grandma and she's ready to let it go and not feel pressured and not have that remorse, then I'm ready to help her. She receives 100% of what she makes out of that. So if this bottle sells for $60, she's getting the full 60, not minus PayPal's fee. She's getting the $60. That's my contribution to her. The way I keep my books straight, it's cost of goods for me is what you're willing to pay her. I just cannot float anybody for 2 to 4 weeks. So please understand. Past that, we'll see y'all over at Scooters. Y'all, I'm not doing my outro because it's got a lot of misinformation with us changing things up. If you have an order with me, even if you're a monthly box, you will have $5 in sunflower bucks off of that. As long as you reach $25 with me before that invoice goes out. That's before shipping. So hopefully that makes sense. Y'all, hopefully next week things are calm enough that I don't feel like we're coming in hot all the time.
Well, Kraken already definitely gets his $5
yes.
in sunflower because he hit it today.
Remember, communication's key, y'all. I'm a very overthinker and I try to look at a situation in several different ways. If you don't communicate with me, I don't know. And eventually, when resentment starts to feel like it's resentment settling in, I'm going to hit that cancel button for whatever reason, because there's no excuse to go 2 or more weeks without communicating with me. I have a business to run and it's affecting my bottom dollar. So box moment over. I do have Rainbow Baby. It's one I created. We're going to play that on the way out. Hopefully we'll see y'all over at LLC's.
And I dropped the link. It's still on my screen, I think.
We're going to have some fun over there. And Scooter and Selena both have great things, and they have it at bargain prices, y'all. So whether you're a reseller or anything, there is something for everybody. So hopefully we'll see you there. If not, we will catch you tomorrow, whether we're selling from the car or selling right here. Have a good night, y'all, and thank you for being here.
You came after storms had passed, a light that broke the dark at last. Tiny hands, a brand new start. You lit a flame inside my heart. Each tear we cried painted skies so wide. You gave our shattered hope a place to hide. Rainbow baby, with a firecracker spirit, you shine so bright, the whole world can hear it. Crackling laughter, sparks in your eyes, you turned our morning into glowing skies. Oh, rainbow baby, fierce and true, we prayed for you. Ooh, and here came you. Dimples deep with a rainbow smile, eyes bright blue that danced a while. But when they shift to steel gray hues, we see the storm that carried you. We aim for 24 weeks, hearts on hold. Each tiny flutter felt brave and bold. Then 32 weeks you came, 3:12 p.m. we called your name. 3 pounds 12, so small, so new, but every inch was mighty too. Whoa. Mountains to climb, we learned grace one obstacle at a time. You came wrapped in color, heart open wide, with thunder in your soul and angels at your side. Rainbow baby, with a firecracker spirit, light in our lives every time we're near it. Blazing with giggles, wild in your flight, you're the sunrise after the darkest night. Oh, rainbow baby, one of a kind, we prayed for you. Ooh, and you were ours. Ooh. 18 years came far too soon, a lifetime passed by like a fleeting tune. A new season, a new chapter, see you later, new hopes, new dreams. Now fly high, firecracker, light the sky.